Now when it comes to the delivery, we want to have the longest possible pull on the discus, and we want to make sure that we're delivering the discus through the optimum angle. Now the best release angle for discus is somewhere around 35 degrees, but we create that range by pulling our arm back behind our body and in a nice high position with the hand. So this is because as we turn the hips to the front, that discus is going to come from a high position into a lower position as we turn, and then as we pull the discus through, we stand up for our delivery. It's going to pull it through from this low position through a high position ready for release. So as we set up at the back of the circle, we want to have this arm nice and long, nice and high, and then we can turn the lower body to the front, and we'll see how the discus comes from low, and as we stand up, helps to lift the discus in the flight. So even though our final delivery is going to come from our upper body, all of the work before that is going to come from our lower body. It's going to come from our turning of the hips to create that stretch through our trunk and through our chest, and it's going to come from our legs lifting the discus in the delivery. So we're looking to initiate the throw by actively turning our hips and actively driving our heel into the ground to create that block. So as we drive our rear hip towards the front, we're going to drive this heel into the ground, and we'll see how that creates separation between our upper and lower body, and it creates that block for us to throw against. And from there, we can deliver the discus. Now in that final delivery, we want to deliver the discus with our arm around 90 degrees. Now we're not trying to throw up with the discus, we're trying to have the longest possible sweep, and we're trying to use our legs to lift the discus. So we want the discus to fly relatively flat so that it's aerodynamic as it flies, and we want to use our legs to lift the discus up in the air. So our final delivery position is going to be with our arm at 90 degrees. We're going to lift our chest and raise our head slightly to get the perfect angle in our delivery and a perfect pitch of the discus in our delivery. But our work in the throw is going to come from that lifting and turning of the legs, and we're going to deliver from this 90-degree position and pull across the chest. So this is going to be our basic standing throw. We have a nice wide base of support with our rear leg slightly forward of our front leg to allow that movement in the hips. We have the discus balanced on our fingertips, ready to control the pitch and the flight of the discus. And then as we take our weight over the rear leg, we can open our body to create maximum range of movement, lifting the discus nice and high at the back, and we initiate the throw from our lower body turn, and then we use our legs to lift the discus through the delivery. And for our delivery, we're pulling across the chest, and we're trying to spin the discus off our index finger to give it that optimum flight.